morning, everyone. Oh gosh, that's really terrible lighting. Hey everybody, hope you are all fabulous and awesome. It is Thursday, which is our how-to tip advice day. I'm really sorry. I've been in a mentoring session and I have shown up completely not fabulous this morning. So really quickly, I guess one of the things that I wanted to talk about today is around the power of having an external set of eyeballs on what it is that you're doing. So I've just been in a session with one of my mentors and we've been talking about marketing. Obviously, we've been talking about Spy School that's coming up. We've been talking about the plans, how the next 3 years are going to play out, which I think is really something that most people don't even think about or consider and try and work on. So one of the things that I think was really interesting that I was reminded of is around going, okay, who is it that we're talking to? Which is, you guys, and really what are their problems? Now, for me, when you're thinking about this for your audience and how this plays in for you guys, there are probably a laundry list of problems, and we know that we can get through a bazillion problems all the time. And what that can do is that people can kind of just like switch off and not really keep listening or whatever that might be. So I guess for that, if you think about what the 3 big problems are with your people and you really talk into that and you be really clear around that constantly and all the time, then I want you to be thinking about, well, how is it that you're actually going to help people? So if you're doing a Facebook Live, what's the problem that you're addressing? And then how are you going to solve that for people on that live stream, on that call, on that webinar, at that event, however it is that you are going to be doing that for them? So good morning, Jeremy. So for example, one of my clients helps children, really small children, to move, get their fine motor skills working and things like that. And one of the problems that she's told me that her parents have is that they feel like they don't have a really strong community around them and they don't know what to do at home. So what they do is that they go to this really cool center with all of the things are set up and their children play, they're taught through a class, and I'm talking from like little babies, maybe 6 months old, I think, maybe a little bit older, I can't remember, and like right up to 7, 8, 9, 7-year-olds, 8-year-olds, to help them with their movement, their motor coordination, their fine motor skills, their hand-eye coordination and everything like that. So the problems though tie into the worry that the parents are making sure that they're doing all the right things to help develop their children, right? Good morning, Margaret. They're worried about not having like-minded community. They're worried about their child not being up to standard by the time that they hit school or missing their milestones. So what you can do is you can start talking. If this was you would start talking into some of those fears, those problems, those desires that the parents have in order to be able to connect. So then you think about, well, how am I going to solve that problem for them? And the way that she does that is that she gets them in the room and that's how she helps people. What I think is really exciting is that there's also a ton of other ways that she can help solve some of those problems. And that's really by around building a really cool community online with people, around creating, you could create, and this is what I want you to start thinking about and thinking bigger. You could start creating little info type products to help motivate, inspire. Most parents, not all, but many parents will not spend time on themselves. They will, particularly new parents, they tend to make it all about the children and all about the kids and all about the family, and they're not really very good at self-care. Now, I know that was a problem for me. So, if I had any spare time, it was all about doing stuff with the family and for the kids. And I was always, it wasn't even last. It was like less than last on the list when it came to me taking care of myself. So what could you do in order to help solve those problems? And what that gives you is some different ways of being able to deliver and connect and provide support to people in the ways that they really want. So I think it's kind of interesting, this whole, good morning, Ainsley. I think it's interesting having different sets of eyes on your business I think it's interesting having different perspective. Good morning, Amy. Oh, congratulations, Amy, on the on your new site. That's really awesome. Aubrey Wodonga, I think I read somewhere. Brilliant. Congratulations. That's really, really awesome. Ainsley, yes, I caught a bit on the hop, running late after a mentoring session and started the live late, so you get me in my walking gear. So external sets of eyes on your business are really important. Now, you might not have a mentor, that's fine. Get someone whose opinion you trust, who you value, and get them to ask you some specific questions. And the questions that I would be very strongly encouraging you to prompt them to ask you, give them a script of questions, don't prepare the answers. It's like, who is it that you're talking to? What are the 3 problems that you're talking about? How are you going to solve that problem for them? And what's the outcome? Like, what are they getting as a result of going through what it is that they've been going through with you? You know, what's the outcome? What's the tangible thing? What are they going to walk away with? Is it a plan? Is it a strategy? Is it money? Is it relief? Is it movement? Is it freedom? Is it choice? Like, what is that thing? So that's that for today. Hope that helps you. I'm a bit caught on the hop. What days? I completely lost my days. It is really hilarious after traveling all day yesterday. I don't know what the heck is going on. That's me for today, because I need to go and have a shower and have some breakfast. Otherwise, I'm going to be on my ear. So have a brilliant Thursday. I'll chat to you tomorrow. Now, tomorrow it is Celebration Friday, combining all of the awesome fun things, insights, and everything like that we have gotten through. If there's any change to tomorrow's agenda, I will let you know, because I don't really know what's going on tomorrow until I look at my agenda, and I'm kind of flying by the seat of my pants here this week. I haven't got anything planned. It's really hilarious. All right, so I'll talk to you. If I don't talk to you before, I'll talk to you tomorrow. Have a brilliant and amazing day. I'll catch you tomorrow. Bye.